If you've been thinking about buying these pieces from Tiffany or Cartier, basically all the high-end designer brands, you definitely need to think twice, and I'm going to be telling you why. Hi my loves, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a super interesting video, hopefully a very insightful video for all you jewelry lovers out there. I know I definitely love my fine jewelry, and I have been buying a lot more fine jewelry these past few years. And because I've been buying luxury for over 20 years, I've definitely made my fair share of mistakes. So in this video, I'll be discussing specifically the high-end, super well-known, popular designer brands, showing you some examples from my personal collection and why I think you should think twice, or just things to be aware of before you buy them. Because let's face it, these pieces are expensive and you don't want to be disappointed. So let's get started with the first point. Okay, first up, these pieces of jewelry are so popular. So about 15, probably more than 15 years ago, I bought my first bracelet. So this is the heart bead bracelet from Tiffany. The whole sterling silver range from Tiffany is so popular because it is at a great price point. Now, sterling silver is a precious metal, so it is definitely classified as fine jewelry. But what I found and why I didn't wear it for years was this particular one tarnishes so bad. All sterling silver tarnishes because it's not pure sterling silver. So it's like 92.5% sterling silver. That's why you see the 925 on it. The rest of the metals which the sterling silver is combined with, like copper, that is what oxidizes, and that's what makes it tarnish, because it's reactions to air and sulfur and also like humidity, or even what speeds up the process is any perfumes or your hand lotion, things like that. When you see it in the store, it is shiny, it is bright, it is beautiful. Let me show you a video of how green this became. I store all my pieces really well, all my sterling silver, all the gold, platinum, everything the same way. And I found the Tiffany sterling silver just tarnishes the most. Now with tarnish, right, you can get it off, and Tiffany used to clean it for you, but now they actually charge a fee, which in my opinion they should just clean it for you, because this happens so often. Now it doesn't wreck the sterling silver or anything. Like, I just want to show you what I use. I find this really good. It's from Goddard's. I'll leave a link below, but it's a long-term silver polishing cloth. So it's just basically slows down the oxidization process, because there's nothing worse than your beautiful sterling silver turning, well, I find Tiffany sterling silver turns a more sort of like greeny color. And I've got more examples, it isn't just Tiffany, that it turns black. So that is just the nature of sterling silver. It's not a fault. But of course, the designer brands are going to charge a lot more for it. But the thing is, with sterling silver, it's higher maintenance. If you live in a very humid climate, it'll probably tarnish quicker. And you just need to be aware of that fact. It's not gonna look all beautiful. And each time you actually polish it, I mean, it's gonna take a while, but it probably does take a very, very, very thin layer of silver off. So you don't wanna be polishing it too much. But when I polished this with my cloth, it did restore it, I would say, back to about 80%. So this I gave to Miss S, she loves it now, but you just need to be aware of that. I want to show you another example. It's not just Tiffany. These are my Hermes chain dunk earrings. I polished one and I didn't polish the other. Now, can you see this one here has turned black? And then when I polished it, it's fine. It goes back to normal, but it is so annoying. It looks so ugly when it turns black. So Hermes sterling silver, that happens as well. And this one is also from Hermes. This was one of the first rings I bought, which is the double chain dunk ring. This one has turned black and almost looks like copper. But surprisingly, you know what? I also have pieces from Hermes. Like, this was my first necklace that I bought. This is also in sterling silver. And I have stored this exactly the same way, and I don't know why, but this has never tarnished. And it's not like I wear this more than, for example, this ring. If anything, I wear this ring more. So no one has been able to explain to me why some sterling silver, this is from the same range, oxidizes so quickly and turns black. And some, I've had this for maybe 6 years, it has not changed at all. It is beautiful as the day I bought it. And then again, I wanted to give Tiffany another chance. So a couple of years ago, in their hardware collection, because I love it so much, I bought this necklace. And this is super shiny, beautiful. The ball is, it's gorgeous. I love it, right? And you guys know these are one of my favorite earrings. I own them in rose gold. Love. I love them so much that I bought the sterling silver one, and look what happened. It already oxidized so quickly. Again, from the same range as this, and this one has already started turning black. I don't know why, there's no rhyme or reason, but I have to expect that all of them will oxidize. You just need to be aware of that. It won't stay beautifully shiny. A lot of people think that when it starts to go black, you know, it's a fault. It's not. So instead of sterling silver, and I'm not saying don't buy it, I'm just saying limit the amount of pieces you buy. It's better to save up and buy white gold if you like the cooler tone, or yellow gold, because 18 karat white gold, yellow gold is so much more easier to maintain. It won't oxidize like sterling silver. Not to mention also you can wear, you know, 18 karat gold in the shower. So that's the first thing, not just from Tiffany, Hermes, other sterling silver, fine jewelry brands I have, they oxidize. So if you don't like that look, don't buy sterling silver. Were you shocked? I couldn't believe how black some of my pieces got. Next, let's talk about one of my favorite categories. And you guys know I love them in everything, not just jewelry, bags, shoes, everything, is pearls. But my point is, don't pay a premium for pearls, especially the ones from designer brands. And I know because I own a simple Tiffany pearl stud. This is again from so many years ago, and don't get me wrong, they are really, really pretty. This is just a very simple pair of freshwater studs. And going on to my point before, it's got a sterling silver backing. And the reason why I haven't worn them, these have already oxidized. And there's nothing wrong with freshwater pearls. You can get a whole variety of pearls, but I got annoyed because these just kept oxidizing. So for that reason, I just haven't worn them. Plus, Tiffany pearls, they definitely charge a premium. Well, or designer jewelry, you pay a premium. I'm just saying I wouldn't buy just simple designs like this from the high-end jewelry designers, because you have so much other alternatives in the marketplace. Now, let me show you the earrings that I'm wearing. These are also cultured pearls. When I say they're cultured, it still takes like 4 to 6 years to culture a pearl, because it depends on the varieties, whether it's a mussel and an oyster. Basically, they have to implant them and then look after them for years to even produce a pearl. That's how long it takes. All pearls that you see, even from Tiffany, the Akoya, the freshwater, they're all cultured pearls. Anyway, these are freshwater pearls as well, but I love a 2-in-1 design. And this is a new arrival from Gingerberry. You guys know I have mentioned Gingerberry before, and I absolutely love their jewelry. I've been wearing their pearl earrings and necklaces so much. And this is the perfect pair of dangly earrings because you can actually adjust them. And how cool is this? Not only does it have a pearl, but it's got a little diamond, like 0.05, but still nice to have a little sparkle in there as well. So what's so cool about this is that you can adjust it. See, at the moment, I've got the pearl and the little diamond is up higher. So you just pull it and there you go. So now you can see this little pearl droplet is higher and this one's lower. So I just prefer it with the ball hanging down, but you could even them up. It's just so many options to wear it. So they actually use freshwater pearls, but these are auroral pearls, which are the highest quality of freshwater pearls. So I know a lot of you have been asking, and last time I could only get it for 5 days, same as this time, but I have the highest exclusive code if you are after pearls. If you just put in MIM18, you'll get 18% off your entire order. So these earrings are already a great price. They're like $300 $349 USD, but after the MIM 18, it's only like $286. And then the necklace I'm wearing is just simple, but so classy and will never go out of style. It's just a pearl pendant. However, it's got a little 0.05 diamond as well. And also this necklace, I'm just wearing at the medium length, but you can adjust it. It's just a sliding feature, very innovative. And this one here is in an Akoya pearl. So Akoya pearls are sourced from Japan. Freshwater pearls, as the name suggests, are cultured in fresh water. And these Akoya pearls are a little bit more expensive because they do take a longer time to cultivate. And the luster of Akoya pearls are just beautiful. Anyway, I was looking at Tiffany because I was checking out their website. And did you know Tiffany have something super similar to this, and it's just in white gold, and it cost $1,375. And this one here, also the same size, Akoya pearl with the gold chain, is $699 USD. So if you use my discount, the difference that you saved like for like is almost 60%. Just say you don't want the solid gold chain, you can buy the pendant only. Like you might already own a solid gold chain, so you're like, I just want the pendant, and the pendant is obviously where the beauty is. That's only $399 less my discount. So you've got the options of buying with the necklace or without. Of course, I didn't want to forget about those of you that love white gold, and this is a completely new pearl for me, my first one, but I adore it. So I didn't get to show you, but it comes all beautifully packaged in this gorgeous dark blue gingerberry case, and also comes with a cushion. So it's very luxe, but this is actually a Tahitian pearl, and they are just beautiful. So it's a darker pearl. This one is sort of like a black gray, but different Tahitian pearls have different hues. Some of them have a bit more green to it. Some of them have a bit more purple, and this is in white gold. And this one even has diamonds too. Look how nice it looks layered up. I just wanted to present that to those of you that love white gold and also want a slightly different pearl because there's so much beauty in the Tahitian pearl as well. Again, I saw a very similar one on Mikimoto, and Tahitian pearls are South Sea pearls. It didn't even have all the diamonds, and it was, I think, a millimeter or 0.5 millimeter smaller. So Mikimoto's one cost $3,150. Yes, South Sea pearls like the Tahitian pearls and the white South Sea pearls are like the most expensive out of all the pearls. But gosh, I was so surprised when I saw this gingerberry pricing. So this with the white gold chain, after my MIM discount, only cost $754. So that's saving like 76%. I was like, oh my goodness. And yeah, the quality is beautiful. They are really transparent. Down the bottom, you will see whether it's a AAA quality, AA, quadruple A. I hope they come out with different studs for this, or a dangle earring. That would be gorgeous, wouldn't it? Just as something different from, you know, the usual pearls that you see. So definitely consider that. I will leave the links to everything I feature below. And then finally, I know this is very breakfast at Tiffany's, but a classic pearl necklace like this is forever classic for a reason. They've worn pearls like this from centuries ago. It will always, always stay in fashion. So this one here, you are not going to believe the price on this, guys. This is an Aurora freshwater pearl necklace. And again, I was looking at Tiffany. This exact same size one from Tiffany costs $925 USD for the sterling silver clasp. So these are all freshwater pearls, and freshwater pearls tend to be cheaper than Akoya pearls. Like for like from gingerberry with MIM 18 is only $180 USD. And what I love about gingerberry's one is that you can pick the sterling silver clasp or the 18 karat gold. And the 18 karat gold is not that much more, maybe like $60 or something more. But if you compare like from the Tiffany and this one, you are actually saving like over 80%. And don't think that these pearls are too granny-like. I wear pearls with denim, I wear pearls casually, pearl studs, you can wear them anytime. It's not just for dressy occasions. And then finally, going back to my first point where I showed you my Tiffany studs, which are in freshwater with sterling silver. These ones are so much better, guys. These are Akoya pearls, 18 karat gold, and the price is fantastic. Likewise, you can read up and you can choose the different pearl grading qualities. They're both still amazing, and it just depends on how much you want to spend. But for this exact same quality, because I was trying to find an Akoya pearl in the same size, when I was looking on Mikimoto's website, same quality, I picked the same size, is 940 USD, but the gingerberry one only costs 385. Again, that's saving almost 60%. So guys, with pearls, definitely don't overpay. I'm more specifically talking about more the simple designs. There's just so many more options, but I absolutely love the ones from gingerberry. Okay, with the next point, this is one of my biggest regrets and one of my biggest mistakes that I don't want you guys to make. I've mentioned this point before, but it deserves to be mentioned again for those of you that missed the video, but I'm also going to be telling you an alternative to it. Do not buy, or don't buy so many expensive designer costume jewelry. I used to be obsessed with Chanel costume jewelry. I bought my first pair probably 15, 16 years ago, and then I just like collected them every year. I would add 3-4 pairs every year. And I've shown you this, but I don't think I've shown all of it. This is one tray of predominantly, I would say 90% of these are Chanel earrings. Most of these have pearls on it. No, not real pearls. They are fake pearls. Chanel does not use real pearls. You would think they would with the amount they're charging, but they're just glass pearls. So it's not just Chanel. I do have some Dior pearls as well. And here's another tray of all Chanel costume jewelry. It's not made of any precious metal, not even sterling silver. It is just, yeah, mainly they're brass, coated with a layer of, thin gold. So these earrings, I think at the start, maybe 15, 16 years ago, they were not as badly priced, but now they are ridiculous. Now, I'm not saying don't buy Chanel costume jewelry at all. I do love Chanel's designs. Some of them are really bold. You can do more with costume jewelry and you can do more intricate designs. I love that. And that's not to say I'll never buy Chanel costume jewelry, but I just bought way too much. And the thing I regret the most is buying the ones with the fake pearls, especially since I'm so into pearls now. And I know the cost of real pearls is actually less than what I'm paying for with the fake Chanel pearls. Not only that, Chanel earrings have notoriously been, they've had quality issues. So I've had some diamantes and some of my pearl earrings, like these ones are maybe from 10 years ago. They're just plain CC studs with pearls, very, very pretty. But I've lost pearls on this a couple of times and I've had to go get it replaced. Once they did it free of charge, the other time I had to pay a fee. And I know a lot of you guys that own the ones with the diamantes, they keep falling out. Not only that, but also their stoppers are, I don't know why they won't change this, but I've told you the story. I love these. They're still classic. I still wear them sometimes. But I told the story of how I've lost these earrings a couple of times. One of them was in Paris, and this just a quick story. I lost it. I was so upset, and hubby actually found them near the traffic lights. He just saw this gleam and he found it. All because these stoppers they fall out. And this has happened twice with these earrings for me. So if you are to buy Chanel costume jewelry, just go for the ones that are a bit more like don't have things that can easily fall out. Like these are ones that I've worn to death and they have been fine. So these are still the CC logo, but they're just all in gold. So nothing's gonna fall out. The price point was quite good. If you love CC studs, just go for this in terms of their costume jewelry. Or if you really want to go for their much bolder designs, go for something really elaborate. You're going to die, guys. But when I bought these in Paris, I think these cost me over $2,000. And honestly, yes, I bought them just for the design. I mean, look how bold they are. They're fantastic. I don't regret these ones because there's so much detail in this. But for the most part, a lot of my other ones that have pearls, I just don't think that they're worth it. Like there's just these little ones with just the little CC pearl, and they're just fake. They're just little. They're not great. A better alternative. Oh, I totally forgot to show you this, guys. If you want something just with the little pearls, this is a beautiful pair. If you like just a very subtle pearl, and it's just a really little dangle drop, as you can see. You know what? This has 3 natural diamonds in it, and it costs less than something like this. So comparing the two, would you go for real diamonds, real pearls, or a fake glass pearl? And this costs less. So that's my point with costume jewelry. It doesn't have to be Chanel. It could be Dior. It could be Chloe. It could be Valentino, all those brands. If you love the design, buy what you love. Absolutely. But just don't buy too much of it. I know people that still collect Chanel costume jewelry, but I was looking at their website and just a strand of fake glass pearls necklaces is $3,000. If you love costume jewelry, and I still love costume jewelry because, as I said, you can't get some of the design elements like in fine jewelry, go for vintage Chanel costume jewelry. These are one of my favorite vintage Chanel earrings. They're all clip-ons, but look at the design, so bold. This tray is my Chanel costume jewelry, and these ones are like 20 years old, 25 years old. The quality was so much better back then. You know, they've got fun stones as well. Again, these are not real gemstones, but they cost, one, less than the current prices. Two, the quality is better. Three, it's just more unique. So they still have the CC logo, they still have all of that, but I love these ones so much more. See, this is a really bold orange design that's still got the CC camellia and shoes. So there are so many fun costume jewelry that's vintage, and you know it's the test of time because they're 20, 30 years old. I also collect, which I have shown you briefly, but not really. I love Hermes costume jewelry. These are in enamel, and I just think their designs are a little bit different. Again, they're clip-ons, but my ears are used to clip-ons. Look at the color, look at the vibrancy, and it's just so different. So these are called cloisonné, but they're just, I think that's just a fancy word for enamel. And there's just so many different designs. So I've got green, I've got yellow, orange, red, and these particular ones in this shape is just the ones that I collect, though I do have some of the ones that are also in like the little mini hoop shape as well. Whenever I wear my Hermes vintage costume jewelry, I always get compliments because you never see them. And these are so much cheaper. You can find them for it depends on the condition, but anywhere from 200 to 500. Some of these I got for less than that, some of them a bit more. Givenchy have vintage costume jewelry, YSL. So definitely explore the designer brands, but look at their vintage versions because there are some really cool designs, and who knows, like the brands may even bring them back. So definitely save your money and don't invest like me in so much Chanel costume jewelry. Diamonds are a girl's best friend, right? I love diamonds. Natural diamonds, lab-grown diamonds, I love them. I was talking to a subby about this a couple of weeks ago, and I thought this would be great to include in this video because this is what I told her as well. So she asked me, Mel, I'm getting engaged. I'm thinking of getting a Tiffany solitaire ring. Do you think it's worth it, or do you think I should just go to my local jeweler? And a few of you have asked me this question over the years. Would I ever get a Tiffany solitaire ring or a Cartier solitaire ring? And you know what? For those of you that watch my Hawaii vlog, you guys know that when I went to Hawaii, because their store's so much bigger, I actually tried on their solitaire rings because they've got them in stock. So I tried on a 3 carat, a 4 carat, and a 5 carat solitaire engagement ring. They were stunning, beautiful, just sparkly. Of course, the classic Tiffany setting is iconic, but you know, the price tag for the 5 carat diamond Tiffany ring, not even the best color in terms of diamond grading. So DEF is the best color range. This one was a H color, so the next one is GHI. GH is fine in terms of color. It's like near colorless. To the naked eye, you can't tell. But anyway, that 5 carat ring, so it was a H color VS1. It was definitely not high clarity. That cost $402,000 USD. And then, yes, even in Cartier, they had this beautiful pear-shaped ring. A lot of people don't know, but yes, Cartier do sell engagement rings and big ones. That one that I tried on, I think that was maybe 6 carats, and that was over $500,000 Australian. I think it was maybe even 7 carats. It was huge. It was so beautiful. But I personally, and please don't be offended if you own a Cartier or Tiffany or even Van Cleef & Arpels solitaire engagement ring, I don't think you should buy like solitaire rings from these places because the markup is crazy. It is so much more expensive. Like my point where I said about pearls, you know, all these brands don't, you know, it's not like they make the pearls. Likewise, all these brands don't make the diamonds. So for example, if I go back to the Tiffany one I tried on because I saw the grading and everything, if you just go on like an online site like Blue Nile or even your local boutique, if you put in the exact specifications of say a H color VS1 5 carat, instead of 402,000, it might be 190,000. Look, still super expensive, but can you see the markup? Like, it is exorbitantly more. And so for me, I don't think it's worth it because it's the GIA grading. They're all graded the same, right? Now, that's not to say if you are a Tiffany lover and you've always wanted a Tiffany ring, please go ahead and buy it. At the end of the day, you are the one that's wearing it. But just know that they charge a lot more for it, and it's not like the quality is any better. I guess with Tiffany, it's just like the classic Tiffany setting that makes it so iconic. And then you might be asking, but Mel, you own diamond pieces from these brands. Absolutely. If it's a piece with diamonds, like for example, I tried on their lock bracelet with the half pave. At least the lock bracelet is Tiffany's designs. I know they don't source the diamonds, but I love pave, so I will pay for that, you know? Like, or Cartier. I have a Cartier Love bracelet with 4 diamonds. Cartier Love range is iconic. It might not be that one, it might be the Justin Clue, it might be the Clash, but at least they're designs that the brand has created. So of course, I know I'm paying too much for designer jewelry, but I love the design, so I will go ahead and buy it. But when it comes to like solitaire, for example, solitaire earrings, plain ones, or solitaire necklace, like Cartier have a lot of just plain solitaire necklaces, Tiffany does. I just wouldn't buy those designs because I feel for something simple, I can go somewhere else. So there are a couple of alternatives I have for you. One, and it's just booming, this industry, and it's only going to grow more and more and more, is you can go lab grown. I've talked about this previously. They look the same. They're made of the same chemical composition. It's just that one is grown in a lab. And my sister actually went for a lab grown engagement ring. One, because it's cheaper, and two, you can go a much bigger size. And also she loves sustainability. So of course, a lab grown diamond is a lot more sustainable. And even designer brands are getting into more lab grown and incorporating that into their fine jewelry as well. So for example, you know, I love Ideal. I'm wearing Ideal diamond bracelets. These are so sweet. If I was to buy this, if this design, for example, was in one of the top brands, it would cost me thousands of dollars more. But this is so affordable. One of my favorite necklaces, which you guys know, this is, as again, this is not sponsored by Ideal, but I work with them. This Lena necklace, this is my most worn piece. You've seen me wear it in so many of my videos. I wear this to death, and it's just a beautiful layering piece, and the diamond sparkles so well. I still have my discount code for Ideal. I'll leave it down below, and they do have a special offer where you get a free gift with a purchase. But whether it's a necklace, whether it's bracelets, whether it's their earrings, which I'm a huge fan of, I wear them so much. So one option is to go lab grown. And did you know, I've never shown this to you before, but before lab grown got really popular, it actually has been around for a while, but just not that many companies did it. I bought a lab grown huge Asher cut ring. And I just did because I wanted to have a look for it myself. And at that time, this was many years ago too, I love the Asher cut. Isn't it beautiful? So I've always loved lab grown. I love natural. I will wear both. But that's definitely an alternative you can explore. But yes, I've been researching a lot into diamonds, and even more so, that's why I'm like, well, I know, which I told my subby, I said, at the end of the day, it's up to you. But personally for me, for a solitaire diamond, I wouldn't buy it from Cartier or Tiffany or those high-end designer brands. And then finally, just to end on another point, since we're talking about jewelry, I've mentioned this on several of my videos as well, but another alternative that you should look into, which costs way less, since we were sort of talking about diamonds, is to look at colored gemstones. You know, my amazing parents last year bought me 2 rings. The first one was this ring here, and it's got a yellow sapphire on it. So beautiful, and I love it that my mum designed it. It kind of gives me Hermes vibes, but the yellow sapphire is stunning. Likewise, she also got me this morganite. It's not just me, my sister's got different stones and jewelry as well. She got me this morganite ring. This is a 4-carat ring. Kind of gives me an idea if I want to go a diamond in this, right? But this is so pretty. I love this stone. And so I told you, even in my wish list video, if you haven't seen it, I'll link it above, that I'm exploring more colored gemstones. And do you know that it's just because diamonds, the marketing campaign is so good, like from the 50s, like, you know, diamonds are forever. But morganite is actually a type of beryl, and it's actually rarer than a diamond. It's just that there isn't that demand. So if you want to go colored gemstones, the prices are so much better because there's just not that demand for them, because diamonds, They're genius, okay? That's why diamonds are the best-selling stone in the world and most engagement rings are in diamonds. But definitely explore colored gemstones because you can get much bigger size, something unique, and the colors are just divine. So that is it, my loves. Several key points on my sort of jewelry journey over 20 years and what I wouldn't buy or what I would buy less of, and just things you need to be aware of before you buy your next fine jewelry piece from these expensive designer brands. So don't forget to use my exclusive discount code MIM18 if you want any pieces from Gingerberry. I love this one. I think these earrings might be my favorite because they're just so versatile, but I love all of them because I'm a huge pearl lover. Jewelry is such a personal choice, but you know what? Pearls will never ever go out of style. So if you like this video, guys, give it a thumbs up. Stay tuned for more videos. I have another giveaway coming soon. I love doing them for you. Please comment below, do you agree with my points, or what is one jewelry mistake that you can share with the community so that we can all learn together? So have a wonderful day or night, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.